Stop throwing money at expensive lawyers just to read simple legal documents. Today we are going to use the 3-layer architecture of Claude and build a local AI that can remember every clause across hundreds of documents. Let's build this. The standard ChatGPT and Claude tools forget memory every time you start a new session, forcing you to upload the heavy files again repeatedly. Today we are building Contract Guard AI project, which is a completely free local AI application that can safely extract hidden terms and potential risky clauses in your documents in minutes. When the Claude source code got leaked a week ago, we got to know that Claude stores the memory in a 3-layer architecture. So we are going to replicate that in our agent so our AI can remember every client interaction across the session, just like a senior human lawyer would do. By the end of this quick tutorial, you will have a fully working private AI assistant running completely on your machine that can read and analyze legal documents completely free of cost. All kinds of businesses deal with hundreds of contract documents and heavy legal paperwork that requires manual observations and reviews every single month. If you want to leverage AI in these kind of tasks, you need to upload these documents to their AI servers, which has a massive privacy risk. Running a powerful open source model on your own local PC completely solves this problem. You can have complete control over your local data and also save on the cost of using the expensive APIs of Claude or ChatGPT. Today we are going to use Ollama for running our local models. If you don't have it installed, you can just go to ollama.com and click on the download button. For the specific local model, we are going to use Q1 3.54b. If you have a 4GB of a graphic card installed, you can easily run this model. But if not, you can switch to their lower parameter models like 0.8b or 2 billion parameters as well. So this local first approach will give you complete control over your data and you don't have to worry about any sensitive data getting leaked. The biggest challenge in running AI is their limited context windows. So when you pass on a very long PDF document, the model can instantly crash or forget details in between the conversation. We are solving this problem by following the 3-tier architecture of Claude, where the AI will only load the specific details that it needs right now to answer your queries. Tier 1 will act as the global root index directory, which would be stored in a memory folder and project memory.md. This will act as a top-level directory point for all your active clients. It will hold the information of all clients and summarize exactly where to find the deeper information if you need any of the client's information. Tier 2 will store the chronological summary for all the clients and all of their conversations. So whenever you create a client or analyze a document, this specific file will keep on updating. So let's say over a month a single client analyzes multiple documents, it will keep updating their chronological order. Tier 3 will save the raw documents that we are analyzing. Everything will be saved properly in a JSON format. So in case we need a particular information from a document in between the conversation, the agent can simply fetch the information from these markdown files. First of all, we are going to install the required libraries that we need for this project. Streamlit library will be used to make the final UI of the app. So you can see right here, to make this kind of UI, we need the Streamlit library. Then we have the Python libraries to read the PDF and Word documents. PyTestRect is to run the OCR on the required documents. Then PDF to image will be used to convert the PDF to an image file so that we can run the OCR on it to read the text and tables. Then request library will help us to make any API requests that we need. And FPDF is an internal library used by PyMUPDF to read the PDF files in Python. Now we have the analyzer.py file in which we'll be making functions to analyze all the contracts documents. First of all, we are defining the Ollama URL to make the Ollama requests. Then the Ollama model that we are using is Q1 3.54b. To install this model, you can just copy this query and paste it in the anti-gravity terminal and press enter. Next, we have the analyze contract function in which we are defining the prompt. We are just advising the local AI to act like an expert legal AI assistant, and that we will be providing the text of all the contracts. Then its task will be to analyze it for a client and then give the risk score, summary, and the risky clauses that are there in the document. Then we are asking it to ensure that the output is in a JSON format and to identify at most 3-4 risky clauses. Then we are giving the contract text here. Next, we are defining the payload to give it to the Ollama model. We are giving the model name as the model that we find earlier as 3.5, the prompt that we have made here. Streaming, we are giving it false. Streaming, we are giving it as false because we don't want the output in the UI to get cluttered. But if you want to see all the reasoning and the explaining process of Q1, you can put this as true. Then we are giving think as false because we want to disable the thinking parameter. Just for testing purposes, I'm disabling it just to get faster responses. But if you want more accurate but slower responses, you can turn this to true. Then using the request library, we are posting the request to the Ollama URL. And if we get an error code, we are returning that Ollama returned the client error. Then we are getting the raw response from the result variable. And we are doing the cleaning for the JSON blocks because we just want to remove all the JSON kind of text and some special characters that the local AI can add at the front and the back of the response. Finally, we are converting it to JSON and returning the extracted JSON. In case of any error, we are returning the risk score as 50 and just saying that Ollama failed to load, so we are just giving a fallback summary. Next is the app.py file in which we'll be defining all the Streamlit elements of our UI. So for that, we are importing the Streamlit library and all other libraries that we need to fetch the memory and to parse the document. Next, we are giving the page title as Claude 3-layer memory demo. Then we are defining the first configuration for the page where page title is Claude 3-layer memory demo. Layout would be wide. Then we are defining the title title as Claude style memory system demo. So if you go to the UI, you will see this Claude style memory system demo. Then we'll have a subtitle defined. On the sidebars, we have the memory hierarchy defined. Then on the left, we will have the client sidebar as well, which will define the current active client. Then we are also checking all the current clients that are there in the system. If we already have some clients, then we will select those clients. Otherwise, we will say that no clients are found in the memory. Then we are asking the new client name if the user wants to add. If the user clicks on the add to index map, then the new client would be added to the memory manager. And if the user has not selected any clients, we'll ask the user to please select or create a client context map to continue. Then we'll upload the documents and click on the button on the analyze and store in disk memory. Then it will read the uploaded file, extract the text, and feed it to the analyzer contract function. Then we are going to extract the results and write it to the 3-layer memory system. Finally, we are just going to post a success message that analysis is completed and successfully returned to the memory files. Finally, we are also giving a preview of the current layer 1 memory index. Then we are checking if the project memory exists, then just open it and read it and add the contents as a SD code. Next, we have the parser.py file, which will handle all the parsing from the different documents that the user uploads. So first we have the extract text function, which will check if there is a PDF file, then it will call the extract text from PDF function. If it is a doc file, then it will call the docx function. Otherwise, it will try to directly decode the text from the given file. So for the PDF file, we are using the fis library. We are looping over all the pages in the PDF and adding it to the text variable. And let's say if you are not able to extract the text from the document, let's say the overall length of the text is less than 50, then we are saying that the scanning document has failed, and now we are switching to the OCR mode. So for the OCR mode, we are going to call this function, which will first convert the pages to an image and then use the PyTesseract library to run the OCR on those images. Again, we are going to add all the text in this text variable and return it. Finally, if we have a doc function, we are going to use the docx library and we are going to extract the text from all the paragraphs that we are extracting in the document. So last but not the least is the memory manager.py file, which will define all the memory architecture that we had defined earlier of tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So we have made a memory manager class here. First, we are going to find the main file, that is the project memory.md file. If we are not able to find the main file, then the code will automatically make a new file and add some primary titles like this is a project memory index, and this index will act as the top level pointer for all the clients. Then we have a function to get all the clients. So we are going to open the main memory file. For each line of the file, we will search the client name, and if we find any match, we will append it to the clients list. Then we have the function to add a new client to the memory file. So we are going to check the new client name. If it is already there in the clients list, we are going to just return. Otherwise, we are just going to clean the name of this client, then make a new memory file for this client, open the memory file, and write some first title text that this is this client name and it is pointing to this memory path. Then we are going to open the client memory path and we are just going to write the title that this is the client memory for this client name, and we are going to add the analyzed documents of this client in this file. Then for the tier 3 document details, we are going to use this function, which is log document analysis. We are first going to get the client name, then its memory path. Then we are going to fetch the current time from this date time library. For the document also, we are going to forget the clean name for the document, make a new memory path for this document, and for the contents, we are just going to add the document name, the risk, the date parse, the summary, and the details pointer. Then we are going to open the client memory path and we are going to write this entry in this memory path. Finally, we have a save raw doc memory in which we are going to add the raw document details. First, we are going to get the save client name, then the save document name. We are going to make a new file using both of these names, and we are going to dump the JSON format in this file. Now we are at the UI where I will be showing you a live demo of the entire project. So first of all, for the document, I've just made a sample contract PDF in which we have some dummy data of our client. So I'll just click the browse files and select the sample contract. So now I have this PDF loaded. I will just click on this analyze and store in this memory button. I've also made a new client called PJ here. If you want to change the name, you can add a new client here and add it to the index map. So once the analysis is completed, it will write the memory to this client at pj.md file. It has given the risk score as 85, a complete summary of the document and all the clauses that is there, the original text, the clause type, the risk level of this clause, and the explanation. It is saying that the clause is covering the direct and indirect damage, which are exceptionally broad and can lead to astronomically legal cost and business disruptions. So instead of this kind of explanation, it is suggesting to reword this to this kind of paragraph. Then for the second clause, again, it has given the original text, the clause type, the risk level, explanation, and the suggested rewording. For all the clauses, it will give the similar kind of summaries. Then finally, it has also given the memory map view, where for our current client, it is saying that this memory is pointing to the memory and client pj.md file. So if I go to my project directory again, in the memory folder, I will see this client pj.md file, where all the analyzed document of this client is listed here. So I would analyze sample contract.1, the date passed is this, summary is this, and the detail pointer is also stored in this document.json, which I can again open and see that the risk score is this, the summary is this, and for all the clauses, original text, clause type, risk level, explanation, and the suggested rewording, or everything is saved here. So you see the 3-tier memory system here. First of all, we have the project memory, which has all the client pointers. So here the client PJ is added here. Then secondly, we have for all the clients the client memory files, in which it will detail all the documents that the client has currently analyzed. Then for all the documents, we have the tier 3 kind of JSON formats, in which we have the raw details of all the clauses that are being analyzed. So the deep AI analysis of each of your legal documents is safely dumped straight to your local disk in highly organized 3 kind of MD and JSON files that you can use later as your future reference. So this means that the local agent can perfectly remember all the client's informations, their documents analyzed, and the specific contents of the documents as well. And everything is saved to these lightweight MD and JSON files, so there is no bloated memory system that can overload your system or the local AI agent. So just to do a recap, we have built a powerful AI agent system using the 3-tier memory architecture of Claude that absolutely anyone can run on their personal laptops easily. By keeping everything offline, you maintain the permanent control of all the local AI agent systems and your local business data absolutely for free without paying any heavy API cost to the big AI giants. You can even extend this basic Python project by adding quick email alerts or sending private WhatsApp messages with the specific summary for the client's legal documents. Download the complete source code from the GitHub link in the description below. It will also have a detailed README file explaining the full architecture of our current project, the repository structure with all the Python file details, the execution flow of the entire project, how the agent memory system is working with their 3-tier architecture, the requirements of this project, and the steps to get it running. So grab the code, build your own project, and follow the channel for more such AI builds, updates, and workflows.